Hi, it's Nicole from A Day of Small Things. I am in Durham today. I'd like to take you with me to an academic conference. Let's go! This is usually really busy, but it's still quite early. It's not quite 9 yet, so it's quite quiet and it's just me. I was going to do a nice sit-down common intro for you, but I was a bit late earlier, so I had to rush. I am here now. I actually just came out of the keynote, which was the first session. So I can tell you a little bit more about what this conference is and where it's held and everything. So the conference is called the MEMSA Conference. MEMSA stands for Medieval and Early Modern Student Association. It's a postgrad student association at Durham University, and is linked to the Institute of Medieval and Early Modern Studies at Durham University. So I got that right. It's held in St. John College, and it's one of the older colleges. I believe is just next to the cathedral. It's way older than my college, for example, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the college and see the inside of it, because I never had the chance to go in any of the old colleges, and I don't live on campus. I don't live in Durham, so I never had a chance to, so really looking forward to that. And the reason I'm standing next to a metal gate is because I just found a garden, a vegetable garden, I think. This is the Cathedral Bailey Garden. I'll show you. I don't know what they are, but yeah, there's some vegetable growing in there. It's 10:30. The next session should be starting now. I will go. See you later. I just came out of session 1. I think I said the same thing earlier. The keynote was session 0. This was actually session 1, just so I don't confuse you. Yes, I was distracted by a metal gate and a garden earlier. So a little bit more about MEMSA. As I said, it's a postgrad student association, and it gathers students who work on medieval and early modern subjects across disciplines such as English, history, obviously, theology, philosophy, modern languages, and archaeology. So it's not only for Durham students as well. Well, it's mostly for Durham students because it's located in Durham, but the conference, for example, include students and scholars from all over the UK, all over Europe. More on that in a bit. So the conference, it's one of the things they do. So it's an annual conference, but throughout the year, throughout the terms, they do other things as well. There are regular talks. I think it's bi-weekly. Speakers from all over the place come and do read their papers, engage with the community, and they do socials regularly as well. I haven't been to any of the socials, but I am in their group chat, so I can see they are in pubs every 3 minutes, and it sounds like a really lovely and friendly and helpful bunch. I look forward to getting to know them a bit more as I do my research a bit more, spend more time in Durham with these guys. Another thing about MEMSA Conference, why it is well regarded and quite popular, partly because it's closely linked with Durham's Institute of Medieval and Early Modern Studies. It's quite a strong research community here, so people like to come and meet people, get feedback and get engaged. Partly the conference itself is quite friendly. Well, it's almost, I feel like, specially designed for PhD students or MA students who have little experience. Maybe this is their first time giving a paper, and the environment is really friendly and everybody is kind of in the same boat and the same stage of their research and PhD journey. So students kind of, they call it early career scholars, basically students who are still quite young, quite new, less experienced, are very welcomed here, and that's partly why it's popular. Can hear the bell. It's lunchtime. I should go have lunch. I want to tell you about the first session though. So it was a panel of 3 students. I think they were PhD students. I don't remember now. One from the University of Toronto. She was talking about the uses of classical mythology in Catherine de Medici's court festival, which is super interesting, how basically Catherine uses classical mythology while she put on elaborate performances and festivals, either at wedding or some kind of public engagement to for political purposes. Basically how she wants to portray the country, portray herself, if I understand the paper correctly. The second guy, which university was he from? I'm so sorry, I already forgot. But he was talking about Ottoman archery and how the historical records, either they were true or not. I think that must count as history, but from maybe based on manuscripts, research based on manuscripts and things. I'm so worried now that those speakers are going to one day find my video and think I'm completely misrepresenting their paper. I hope I am not. I am sorry if I haven't got the whole of their topic. I try to do my best. The third student, she was from the University of Cork, from Ireland, and she was talking about comic books, comic studies and medieval studies together. Basically she was talking about the comic adaptations and retellings of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. It was fascinating. I really love that because I wrote an essay about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, so I know that text quite well. So I found that especially interesting and engaging. So it's 12:15. I should go and have some lunch and maybe chat with some of them, just find out a little bit more about their research topics. We'll see you in a bit. session just finished, and it was also a panel of 3 speakers. The first one was talking about how Shakespeare adapted other people's works, either older works or his contemporaries' works, for his own purpose, how he changed certain elements, how he put his own spin into it for character building and fashioning identity for that specific era. The second one was super interesting as well. It was Jewish study. I don't know what you would come under. As in the first one, obviously, was English study. The second one would be a cross between philosophy and theology, maybe. I love the interdisciplinary nature of MEMSA. Everybody's study is so interesting. So she was talking about one specific Jewish scholar. I've never heard of him before. He was thinking in both in terms of what does the scripture say, and how do you think about that philosophically. I hope it makes sense. And the third one was art history, Italian art history. I don't know the artists or the curator who writes about the artist. I don't know either of them, but it was talking about how that relationship is like, and how the narratives say about both of them, I guess. Also very interesting. It's all just very eye-opening learning all these new things. So it's tea break at the moment. I'm going to go back in. I'm just wandering all over Durham near St. John College to talk to you. I will be going to session 3 after the coffee break. Finished the drink reception. Well, the drink reception hasn't finished, but I am going home. It's been a very intense day. There were 5 sessions, so 2 keynotes, one in the morning, one at the end of the day, and 3 panels. My goodness, that was a lot. But yeah, I learned a lot and met some people, met some new friends, and had a chat with some of them at the drink reception just now. And yeah, very interesting. So I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Morning. I am on the way up to the cathedral at St. John College. I had Greg's breakfast on the train on the way here. Fun fact, do you know that my entire Greg's breakfast, which includes a hot drink, regular size hot drink, usually a mocha for me, and the bacon and egg roll.
I've got the key line for perfect time.
Both of them, the drink and the roll, together costs less than a normal coffee in a Starbucks or a Costa. That's why we love Greg's. And another fun fact, this is a water stone behind me. Oh, how cute is this? Wait a sec. I think it's a water stone window. It says work in progress. Bear with us. So sweet. Yes, continue. Where was I? The breakfast. My Greg's breakfast also costs almost exactly the same as my train ticket from home to Durham, one way. This is MEMSA Conference Day 2. It's summer holiday. Students have all gone home. That's why it's so quiet. Can never have enough of this view. It's an amazing view. I'm sitting on one of the benches, like this one. I just plunked myself down here because I'm a bit early. Yeah, I'll leave in a few minutes. But just want to show you that this is the cathedral, obviously, and this square, well, this whole square is a UNESCO site. That's the cousin library I took you into a while back, and this is on this side the castle where allegedly some of Harry Potter was filmed. I think maybe their dormitory, Harry's dormitory, was filmed in there. I'm not entirely sure, but definitely one of the courtyard scene was filmed in the cathedral. Yeah, so this whole square is the UNESCO site, and also this is where Durham students graduate. They graduate in the cathedral. The ceremony happens in the cathedral, and they come to the square for photos with friends and family. There are usually marquees, white marquees set up here as well. People dress up, obviously, wearing robes. Yeah, it's all lovely and cheery when there are things happening, but it's quite nice when students are not here and we can just enjoy the peace and quiet as well. Yeah, just waiting for the conference to start. I think the doors have opened, but I don't want to go too early. There's no rush. If you ever come and visit England, if you come to Durham, you can book a free tour in Cousin's library, just opposite me, to go into the library itself, and you can also book free tours to go into the castle. It's okay. Thank you. A very nice lady walking past thought I was filming the other direction, and she stopped. So my video don't get interrupted. So kind of her. Yeah, so you can book a free tour for the castle, usually led by a student, and you can visit the Cousin Library, the 16th, 17th century original bishop, Durham's bishop's very own library, now part of the university. And obviously you can visit the castle, the cathedral itself as well, and it's in theory free, but they ask for a donation for I think maybe £5, I can't remember. It's well worth a visit. It's old, proper old. It's built over centuries, and part of it is medieval. I don't know exactly when from when, but the nice volunteers in the Cousins Library reception will give you a little tour. There's a 3D model in there as well. Let's go. Let's get ready. came out of the keynote, the first keynote of the second day of the conference. The speaker was an English professor from Durham University, and she was talking about the medieval view of birth and abnormal birth. So how medieval literature portray conception and baby that were born with defects. Their scientific way of thinking how babies are conceived, and if a baby was born with 6 fingers, for example, or other abnormality, is that the right word, in their view, babies who are different from most of the babies, what were the reasons for that, and who was at fault? So basically, was it the mother or was it the father? And included in the slightly abnormal conditions of newborn babies, they include twins. So for them, twins are abnormal too. Just going to the session 1, panel 1 now. We are going on a little tour. This is the conference group behind me. We're just waiting for everyone to turn up, and we're going on a little tour. I might even be able to show you inside the cathedral and the castle, and maybe somewhere else. I'm not sure where they're taking us, so this is exciting. The first panel had 2 English papers and 1 archaeology paper. That was the first archaeology paper I heard about fed ring. Never heard of it before. So it's a ring with a kind of pattern or motif of 2 clasped hands, symbolizing romantic love as well as religious devotion, I think. That was quite interesting. And the 2 papers, 2 English papers, one was melancholy presented in female writings in the 16th, 17th century around Shakespeare's time, how they talk about their experience in their letters, diaries and memoir, and usually the melancholy usually caused by loss of liberty and basically cannot have a say what they want to do or where they want to be. And the last one was the portrayal of a learned lady in comedy in 17th century. So at the time, a lot of women started to read and write, and they had a kind of emerging interest in natural philosophy and science, and how society and men think about that. I think the tour is starting. I shall join them. I've been to Durham Cathedral so many times now. I still love coming in here, and this is still my favorite cathedral. That is the end of the conference. I'm on the way to the train station now. I'm going home. The panels in the afternoon, there were 6 more papers. I'll show you. Not a paper. This is the Assembly Room Theatre. I watched many shows here. Student theatre, excellent student theatre. If you come here, highly recommend. And the paper that stood out most to me this afternoon was the one on foreignness, or the identity of foreignness in Genoa, medieval, early modern Genoa. And I'm interested because the name, the place, features in The Merchant of Venice. And if you have been following my channel, you'd know that I've been doing this marathon of a series of videos on The Merchant of Venice for the last few months now. And I was really excited to hear a paper specifically about the city of Genoa during about the same era, and how they perceive the foreigners, how they welcome them, how they kind of separate them, how they keep a record, all that kind of thing. Yeah, it was just really nice to hear, and I had a little chat with the speaker as well. She gave me some titles on that subject. It might be helpful for my research too, so that's very kind of her. And yes, let me show you a lovely tea shop. Yes, that's the end of the conference. I am going home. I'll say goodbye to you here. That's all for this video. I'll see you in my next one.